How is it going, boys and girls? Welcome back to Key West Waterman. My name is Aaron Young. It's a lovely Sunday morning here in Key West, Florida. It's actually pretty windy, which is in a sense lovely because it's been so still and so hot. So the wind actually feels nice, but long story short, I have the day off. Madeline has a little bit of work to do, but has the majority of the day off. I've just finished a long stretch of charters. I had about, I think it was 10 days in a row. Had yesterday off and slept, and today we're gonna enjoy our day and figured we'd start it off with hopefully a little bit of lobster. So I'm out here, water looks like crap because we had so much, we actually had a really big storm come through last night, lots of lightning, lots of rain, so it made the water pretty dirty, but it's been dirty in general, so that should be an issue. I don't need a lot of visibility for lobster. But I'm headed out, Tipsy and I. We're gonna go check a couple of the coral heads just outside, just behind the house. And hopefully we can find some lobsters to eat. So this is where I wanted to dive. I don't mind dirty water, but I don't even think I would be able to find the lobster holes. See maybe 2 feet, but from what it looks like it gets worse as you go deeper. We've had a lot of really hot water, and that rain last night definitely didn't help. I think I'm gonna have to keep moving on. I normally can dive in anything, but I don't even think I'll be able to see enough to work in front of me, so gonna keep moving along. So the closer I get out towards the Gulf, I'm noticing it's starting to clean up a little bit. Got a little more flow, a little more water movement with the tides, but you can see it's starting to get a little darker green, so hopefully I'll find, I don't mind dirty water, but I do need to be able to see to some extent. But looks like it should clear up enough out here that maybe we can get in. So we found some nice clean water. This is a spot only like, I think like 7-8 feet. This is a spot we tried on many season, but there was actually nothing in it. It's a really big ledge, and normally it's got quite a few in it. So we'll check it again, see if by chance anything walked and filled in, and see you down there. It's kind of windy. You stay right here. Hey, look at me. Look at me. You stay in the boat. You stay in the boat. Welcome back underwater, everybody. Just wanted to share something. I'm in my office as I'm editing this, and I just had a realization that next week is actually my 10-year anniversary for moving to Key West and chasing this dream. And this video kind of just made me realize, and I don't know, I've been doing it for a while now, a couple years, but it's been such a long road. This video just kind of hit me. I'm doing exactly what it is that I set out to do. I'm living in a place that I love, doing things that I love, making a living, and creating a life with a person that I love. And I just genuinely can't thank everyone who's been involved, whether it's the viewers, anyone booking a charter who has helped me along the way, my family, my friends, my lovely fiance Madeline. It's almost hard to believe where I started and where we are now. Hey, Mama. I told you I'd be back. I got 2 in there. That's all we need. Perfect. Be a good girl. Stay right there, okay? And not to preach too much, but I know that social media and YouTube land kind of creates a false sense of reality and expectations. But if by chance you're new to the channel, I wasn't born into this. I 10 years ago was laid off from my job, and I sold everything and moved to the Florida Keys, and chased my dream of just doing this, living off the land, so to speak, and just kind of enjoying my life and truly being happy in it. I'm 10 years in. I'm a decade in. The first 5 years was extremely tough. It's pretty much broke, just barely making ends meet. I would say it's probably 2 or 3 years ago where I actually started to see success and started to see returns in the business, and things just kind of came together and started to work. So just keep that in mind. Like I said, I don't want to preach too much, but I like to keep things realistic when I can. Let's catch some lobsters.
Look what I got you, Tipsy. Look at that. You see this? Not concerned. You may be close, I don't know. You're not concerned with the lobsters today? Oh, you normally love the lobsters. So it doesn't slide. I'm on the eye, no skin. It doesn't slide in the notch, so that one is legal. Perfect. Just barely, but it is legal by the standards of the law. Stay right there. You stay. This is not a swimming spot. There's no swimming, okay? No swimming.
So one more thing I did want to mention. I say it at the end of the video, but I wanted to say it again because I know some of you guys skip around. But I think my days of replying to all the comments are done. I'm 4 years in on the YouTube channel, and I've tried my best to reply to every single comment. I genuinely, it's not healthy. I can't keep up with it. I spend hours and hours and hours every week just trying to reply to all the comments, and it's to a point where it's not realistic anymore. I'll try to get to questions if I can, but it's extremely time consuming. But let's get to catching some lobsters. So this was obviously first spot. This ledge is normally stacked, but complete transparency, it's been a really slow year. A lot of my really good spots, the ones that I kind of hang on to until later in the season, just haven't been holding lobster.
Tipsy, look what I got you. You just don't even care about the lobsters today. What is going on, girl? Just don't pay him no mind. That one looks good, but we'll double check as always. All right, we've got breakfast, girl. What do you think? So that first ledge just happened to have 2 in it, which is about what we'll need for breakfast. We honestly may be able to get away with one nicer one. Normally that ledge is stuffed, but what I'm thinking is because I don't know if the video picked them up, there's a couple Goliath groupers that live in there, and Goliath groupers love to eat lobsters. So that may be a reason a lot of the lobsters aren't stopping there, because that or they're getting eaten. Maybe they are stopping there and the Goliath is eating them, but we've got 2. And I actually, like I said, I could probably get away with using 1 or 2. Tipsy, relax, look. I could probably get away with using 1 or 2 for breakfast, but I want a couple extras because we're gonna do lobster rolls. But I wanted to show you measuring this guy. This one was really close, but as long as it doesn't fall down in that notch, right here, this little notch, as long as it doesn't fall down, it's legal. So that one's good. I can pull back on it as hard as I want and it will not slide down. So that is a legal lobster. As far as this year has been, it's been kind of a slower season for lobster. I'll give it a 3 or 4 out of 10. And there hasn't been a lot of big ones, so I can't be picky. Sometimes I would pass on these, but on a slower year, only if I'm taking a few, I don't mind grabbing some of the smaller ones. It's still legal. But yeah, like I said, I'm probably gonna maybe tinker around just for a few more minutes. I want to see if I can get a couple extras because I did want to make some lobster rolls this week as well. So maybe we'll hop back in and see if we can find any more.
after I pulled those two, I realized I hit this right at slack tide. So I just decided to just drift with the boat and maybe cover some new ground, see if I could find some new spots instead of hitting all the same stuff. And just kind of floating around. Like I said, covering ground. This whole diving section was over a span of about probably 3 or 4 hours. I know it seems really quick, but and this is a common misconception. A lot of people will see these, a lot of my clients will see these and be like, oh, there's dead lobsters everywhere. I wonder what's going on. It's actually the shell of a lobster. When they grow, they molt their shell, and that's how they grow. They drop their old shell, the new one is soft, and then the new one hardens up, and that's how they get bigger. So if you ever see those down there, it just means the lobster is molted and it's growing.
Dempsey, I got us a new power pole. Wow.
Oh, what's over here?
So it was funny enough, right where I found that old power pole that had been sitting, there were some little pockets with lobsters in them. So I decided to drop it back down, and I tossed the anchor.
I found lobsters and a power.
So I just drift with the wind, and I leave that line out so I'm tethered to the boat, and if I find something, I swim up, grab the anchor, and just drop it in the hole. In some areas we do get really bad currents, so if you're not familiar, do not recommend doing this. I've been here 10 years learning the area. I know the tides and the winds and where I can and can't be. So there was a lobster here. That one was actually short, and there was another one right there. So just wanted to get that boat set right on top of them. And a common comment or feedback I get on these lobster videos is a lot of the West Coast guys saying, oh, you're cheating using tools. I guess over there they can only catch them by hand. And I guess mainly California, you can only harvest lobsters by hand. You can't use the snares or the nets. And I get different areas have different rules, but I personally I think that using a snare or a net is more responsible. I don't know how hardy their lobsters are over there, but here, if you try to catch these by hand, and I can catch them by hand, but your average person can't gauge a legal lobster very well. So if they're catching them by hand, a lot of times they're ripping off antenna and the legs, and then you hate to damage the shorter lobsters on ones you're not going to keep, because if you rip all their legs off, there's a good chance that they're going to die. So personally, I think it's more responsible to use the nets and the tickle sticks and the snares. But I can't comment over there. I'm not familiar with their lobster. Maybe they're a lot more resilient.
Oh.
Check this out, Gypsy, double bonus. You got enough water? Did you look at this lobster? You don't even care? Not even excited. Hey, Gypsy. Not interested at all.
So like I said, I had been out here for probably almost 3 or 4 hours diving. I don't have most of my numbers on my little boat, the new Ginu. I haven't transferred them over. So I only have just a couple that I brought with me, and a lot of them were further than I wanted to run this day because of the wind. But I don't mind exploring new spots. It just took me quite a bit longer. And again, it's been a pretty slow season, so I was pretty happy with 4.
So I managed 4, but really had to work for them. Pretty slow out here today. That seems to be the, like I said, the consensus for the season. Been a slow season. I've already been out here about an hour longer than I was hoping, so looks like we're gonna have a late breakfast, but that's all right. We got 4, got enough for breakfast and enough for lobster rolls later in the week. And it is really windy. This little boat doesn't like the wind, so I'm gonna head back in. I'm happy with what we got. I'll see you there. You ready? So before I do anything like cleaning up or any of that unloading, I like to dispatch my lobsters. I would prefer to do this out in the water. Like right when I catch them, I'd prefer to dispatch them, but you can't have any holes or anything like that in the lobsters because they will assume that you speared them, which I understand. So I do it once I get back. Just take a knife, I go right here. I guess what would kind of be the chest between the legs. Just careful not to go all the way through. Right there and twist, and it shuts them off really fast. I got 4. How'd your showing go?
Good.
Good? Did you sell something?
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
We'll get an offer.
All right, I'm gonna clean these up and get breakfast on it.
I'm already starting.
Uh-oh.
I have a little breakfast appetizer ready.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Alrighty, we are in the kitchen. It's time for breakfast at 1 o'clock. It took a little longer.
It's Sunday.
It took a little longer than I had intended. So we are making lobster.
Benedict.
Yeah, baby.
Okay.
So, full disclaimer here. We've actually never. This is gonna sound weird. We've never made hollandaise sauce.
Or Benedict.
Or Benedict ourselves. This is something we always get out. And actually, Will has made it here, and I think Will spoils us because there's a lot of simple sauces like this that we've never done because Will normally does them. So what do we got going?
We are separating the yolk. We need 3 of those, and then.
So from my understanding, it sounds very simple, correct?
It sounds simple,
In
so
theory?
I'm hoping that it is.
In theory, it sounds simple. So she's separating egg yolks. We've got butter, a little cayenne, and some lemon. I'm gonna teach you a quick trick. If you follow the channel for any amount of time, you know I really like to rest my fish fillets
Whoa,
before I. Oh whoa!
Whoa! It's
Look at
like.
the color.
Sorry to interrupt.
No, that's fine.
Look how.
It's very different colored. So I like to rest my fish fillets because I think it makes a big difference.
I genuinely don't know if there's a difference doing it with lobster, like cooling them or whatnot. I just caught this like 2.5 hours ago, probably. Long story short, I kind of got off track there. I like my fish fillets to rest. I haven't noticed a difference between letting lobster rest and being cool. Because this is fresh, it's going to be really hard to get out of the shell. So I'm actually going to throw it in boiling water just for about 45 seconds. And that'll actually cook off the edges just a little bit. And it'll make it a heck of a lot easier to get out of that shell, because I actually don't want to boil this all the way. I actually want to, we're going to dice this up and we're going to saute this lobster. So that's just a quick trick. When the lobsters are fresh, 45 seconds in boiling water, and you'll be able to pull it out of the shell a lot easier. All right, 3 egg yolks. You're doing 1 lemon?
Yeah, I'm gonna make it extra lemony.
Is 1 lemon extra? What did I call for?
Tablespoon.
Oh yeah, I like my lemony.
Yeah.
Pearl, what's up? You tell me something? Yeah. What do you think? Yeah? Pearl's a talker. Pearl, tell me about it. Tell me. There you go. She does a little bird chirp. All right, she's got that going. I'm gonna, how do I want to open this? I'm not gonna use Will's knife. If you've ever tried to take fresh lobster out of the shell, a lot of times it'll stick and you're just pulling it into shreds as you're pulling it out. So just barely get it going in that hot water and it'll come right out.
Half a teaspoon.
Man, that is gonna light us up. We're going to the moon on that one.
I misread the instructions. It said just a pinch.
And we got, I think, like 4 dozen pinches.
Can I get some out?
Yeah, try and get a little bit of that. I like spice, but that's gonna
Oh no.
That's gonna zap us. What was that?
What is all this?
Yeah.
The egg yolks, cayenne, just a pinch of cayenne, and lemon juice.
And again, be nice. We've never actually made this. I should have just called Will.
I know. And this is supposed to be. Hold on. Let me do like a little bowl here, so I can whisk. That kind of looks like it.
I mean, it's starting to.
Okay.
Half the battle's playing the part.
All right. Okay. Now, can you taste it?
Sure.
It doesn't look very thick.
Maybe it sets.
Okay.
It tastes fantastic.
Oh, good.
I mean, it just tastes like lemon, but no, it actually is really
No,
good.
That tastes really good.
All right, I can dig it.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna start our lobster.
How's it thicken up?
Maybe put it in the. Is it normally served hot or cold? I can't remember. Or I think it's room temp, right?
Yeah.
Just a little bit of olive oil. Let's set this up over here. This is very straightforward. Just gonna saute our lobster. A little bit of blackening. The Caribbean spiny lobsters are very different than the lobsters, like the cold water lobsters in Maine and anywhere else with claws. Just like most things, but you really don't want to overcook it because it'll get really, really chewy. So you can see that, and that was just, what, a minute or 2 on there.
Is this for my eggs?
Yep. And I can pretty much turn the heat off because that's going to finish itself. That does not take long at all. Alright, so we really messed the first one up. So we YouTubed it. fine mesh strainer to try and get, what did it say, the loose whites
egg
out?
whites, yeah. Make it swirl.
Make it swirl. It keeps the thing in the middle. We gotta go. Oh,
Now like touch it, keep it together.
oh no! It's like swirling on the outside.
Here, you can.
It's lost.
No, it's not. This is good. This is it's binding itself.
I think that was enough swirl.
Oh. This is good. This one's good. This one's good.
Man, that is hard.
Wow.
I have more respect for my eggs Benedict when we go out. from now on. I thought you just put it in the water.
Yeah. That's it.
Nailed it.
Yay. Okay, I like mine over easy, so I'm gonna get mine.
Let it drain a bit. Wow, that was way more complicated than I thought it was gonna be.
Hold on, I need the lobster. Uh-oh.
I mean, I would let the. What do you need, a lobster?
To put over.
Oh, you put it on top.
Oh.
Wow.
Wow! Okay, this is mine. That's not that bad. Look at
Yeah,
that.
right. It wasn't that bad.
Oh,
I
yeah.
jumped the gun. All right.
Okay.
2 more.
Alright.
All right, so we're gonna. Apparently, you're supposed to do lobster down first. I'm told from Madeline,
Yes.
the breakfast guru.
Yeah.
Remember, you got 4.
Oh. Well, you can have the most.
No. That's too much. All right, go ahead. Ah, I see.
Oh. Oh!
See, I don't know. When it comes out, it's all put together. I didn't think about all this stuff. Don't be shy.
Hold on, let me make it look pretty real quick. Hold on.
What are you gonna do? Oh, a little garnish?
Little do-do-do. Oh.
Oh, a little pinch.
Wow, that looks really good.
Nailed it. Man, that took way longer than I was hoping.
Well, I think we just now we know
I
how
was
to
hoping
do
to
it.
be like finishing up my second nap by now. Breakfast at 1:45. Wow, look at those poached eggs, babe.
Okay, I would pay for this.
You did. Indirectly.
Okay, every one of mine are done perfectly.
I mean, you crushed it. You did a great job.
First time.
Wow.
Yeah?
Not bad.
Not bad. That sounds like meh.
For a first try, it's incredible.
Mmm.
Everything's there.
The lemon's perfect. And then the spices
I
are
think
great.
it's more lemony than you would normally have at a restaurant, but I like lemony.
Yeah.
I'm a lemony kind of guy.
Well, for lobster, you literally do butter and lemon.
Yep.
So.
Love it.
Good.
Good job. Wow.
Thanks for the lobsters.
Yep. Well, that is all we have. Something I need to share with you guys. I love you all very much. I think my days of responding to all the comments are coming to an end. I genuinely have tried. What are we, like 4 years in?
Yeah, let me tell you, this guy literally
I can't keep up with them.
he spends I feel like
It's
every free hour trying to respond.
It's unhealthy.
Yeah, it's bad.
So
I'm excited for this.
I'll try to respond to questions. I just genuinely don't think I can do all the comments anymore. It's becoming too much. It's
You're only
seriously-
one person.
I know. It's honestly becoming unhealthy. I know I'm dragging this out, but I tried. I got 3 or 4 years out of it.
He has this like thing about clearing his notifications, so
They
it's
drive
gonna
me-
be hard.
They drive me crazy.
But
Baby steps. We'll see. But that is all we have. Anyways, enough rambling. We're going to enjoy this. Thanks for tuning in. And we will see you on the next one. Good job, babe.
Very happy.
The sauce is great.
I'm so happy it thickened up. I was kind of worried it was too liquidy.